Am I excited to speak to you? Okay, basically, you know how the other day I was just complaining about, like, basically just being stressed about a lot of things? It's pretty much because I just didn't go to the gym. I'm not gonna lie to you. And even I would have thought Frisbee would have cheered me up, but that day on Frisbee, I think I got pissed off because I got, like, this guy who, he's a good player, but me and him just don't vibe. So I was, like, low-key pissed off from that. And then on Thursday, when I went to rugby training, it was just, like, it was sick. Afterwards, obviously, you get the endorphins and everything. But anyway, I think I'm used to just exercising every single day. So then, if I don't exercise, like, 3 days in a row, I'll just feel, like, worried and depressed and stuff, which is kind of insane, isn't it? Well, I guess now I gotta remember that, oh, let me just go exercise. Anyway, just got back from a rugby match, and it was pretty good. I didn't really tackle too many people, and I didn't get tackled too many times because I was on the wing. And today was really muddy, so what happens is, like, in a muddy game, it's hard to, like, move the ball down to the wing. It's usually what a lot of the stuff happens is, like, a lot of tackles and stuff happens, like, in the middle of the pitch. So that was cool. We lost, but it was alright. It was a good game. Okay, yeah, I saw Oliver. I know what's up, man. I know what's up. Oh, okay. Basically, for for time travel, the only real rule that I would have said is, like, okay, it's, like, relative to the Earth. So, like, if you are standing in one position, let's say, okay, I'm sitting in my room, I will stay, like, at those coordinates when I turn back time. So, like, imagine I just go back, like, 3 years and someone else is just, like, right here. You know what I mean? I'll just be in someone's room. That's how, it's not like teleportation and time travel, you know what I mean? So imagine you go to, like, the Colosseum and then you turn back time. You'll still be in the Colosseum to whatever time you go to. That was the idea that I had. But the reason why I wouldn't choose time travel is because I think it's too vast. I think that teleportation, you're in this timeline, you're in this realm, you know, you still have to live your life, you just have, like, an advantage. But with time travel, I think, like I said, it's too vast. So you can think of it on, like, the micro level, where it's like, okay, I live my life, and if I make mistakes, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn back time and undo the mistake, whatever. But then there's also, like, okay, well, I want to go on holiday. I go on holiday, and I will see this massive building, which is now, like, no one's here anymore, and I can go back in time, and I can see, like, oh, this stuff, and it's like, oh, like you said, you can live in a different period. Like, how do you then decide which period you want to stay in forever, you know? Because why would you stay in the current period? You always can get, like, more advances in technology in the future, or you can go to a simple life in the past. You know, it's too much freedom and too much choice. And on top of that, I think that, I don't know, like you said, the journey matters, right? And what's more important than, like, a long road trip or, like, a flight, what's more important is the lessons you learn along the way from messing up. And, man, I remember when, bro, if I was in, like, primary school, I would think, like, oh, if I could do that again, I would turn back time, and this time I knew what to do, and I knew, like, you know what I mean? You learn the mistakes along the way, and it can be very, very, very tempting to easily just turn back time when you face any sort of hardship, so you can just avoid it. You know what I mean? Nothing really matters then, because then you can just try it infinite times. But with teleportation, it gives you a backbone to lean on. Like, time passes normally. Bro, you can just teleport into, like, a bank vault, get some gold, sell it. You know, you're rich now. You can just live wherever you want. You can own, like, properties in different countries, and you can just, like, hang out with your friends, or you can probably support your family, you know, they don't have to work or anything, you know? And, okay, fine, if you don't want to do any of that stuff, I guess there is still merit in, like, because I remember when I didn't pose a question of, like, this or that. I was thinking, like, okay, if I could have a superpower, that would be teleportation. And I was thinking, like, okay, I would still walk places, but if I was late a little bit, I would teleport. You know what I mean? But maybe that would devolve into laziness. I'd become, like, really fat or something. I don't know. Because the amount of walking you do every day is important, you know? You can't just be taking shortcuts like that. You could maybe set a rule for yourself, like, oh, only, like, distances over X amount, and I'll do that. Hopefully that has shown you a perspective. Because, man, I remember, like, year 8, basically, in year 8, I had, like, this girl I was talking to, and I messed up. I remember thinking, like, oh, if I could turn back time, I'd definitely... But, bro, no. At this point in time, I'm like, bro, that was so pointless. There's no need, you know? But at the time I 100% would have done it. And even now, there's probably some hardships that I came across now, which like if I had the ability to, I would turn back time. But you grow from that, you know. If everything goes your way, if you can just reset and go again. Oh yeah, you were talking about solo leveling, bro. Wait till you see Igris, bro. If you know who Igris is, goes crazy. That guy, I haven't watched it, but like I remember he was my favorite until the very end, because then he like power scales pretty pretty heavy. And then oh yeah, and another reason is, dude, you don't know what you're gonna mess up. You could easily mess up like your whole timeline, and then imagine you just don't exist afterwards. You know what I mean? Yeah, going to the past would just be the worst, man. You could just destroy the whole timeline you exist in, and then you don't even exist anymore. You know? I'll give you a new question to think about. I actually don't even know. You pose me a question, man. Make it like a serious one. I'm just thinking about in year 8 me, bro. Year 8 me was so ugly, man. Right now I'm like, bro, you must have spoken to some girls at school, man. You're a good looking guy, man. Tell me what's good.